What is going on YouTube? Hidden back making another brand new crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at pretty much all the major cryptocurrencies, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. We're also going to be looking at the S&P 500, as I do believe we have some pretty interesting events, and it seems like they're all pretty much unfolding at the same time and making it a fairly predictable analysis in regards to where we could be seeing these markets moving to in the next couple of days. Now, there is some very interesting trends that I thought I would share with you guys. We mentioned yesterday the possibilities that we're heading back up, that we might have hit the bottom for some of these major altcoins, and that this could be the start to finally starting a more bullish uptrend to the upside, even if it's a small temporary reversal and retracement back to the upside. It's still one we can capitalize on. So if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. This way, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can DM me over there. Otherwise, let's jump right into today's episode. Alright guys, as you can see, I'm currently on the current coin market cap. Giving it a quick refresh, you can see most cryptocurrencies are pretty much just consolidating right now. Cardano 1 is up a fair bit. It seems like when most of the markets consolidate, Cardano, Polkadot, as well as I believe it's Binance Coin, yep, right here, are usually the ones that really decide to take off. I remember when Binance Coin used to be $15 and now it's $226. It's pretty insane how much of a market spike we're starting to have. Ultimately, markets are definitely shifting. Things are definitely changing on, the market space. Just a few things to talk about. I mean, I've been in the crypto space for over 4 years now, which is just incredible to say. And I've seen crazy things happen all across the board. And it's starting to kind of show like that we've pretty much been at the top right now. I mean, back in 2017, we had the massive runs. People were super excited and super pumped. Then once we started to see a small correction to the downside, that's when a lot of the negativity started to come around. That's when people started to doubt cryptocurrency, that it was a bubble again. And I'm starting to see some familiarities with what happened in 2017 currently now in 2021. So it's just something to consider. It's just something to think about. As you guys know, I do have the fish tank back up there, but if you guys have any other, moderate ideas for what I could put on here that I could just display throughout the video, obviously let me know in the comments down below. Now, what I'm starting to notice is a very familiar trend on pretty much all the cryptos, including the S&P 500, which I found quite interesting. And I think this will help us kind of gauge where we could be headed in the next couple of days. Now, obviously, flashback a week ago, we were discussing that if this uptrend continued to hold above the, this green line we have right here, there's a good chance we were going to head back up and retest 63 cents, which is interesting because we kind of did that. We hit the 63 cents, and then we discussed if we were to hit this top resistance before we filled in the gap here, there was a good chance of a reversal. Immediately, that is exactly what happened, and then we actually broke through the uptrend and started to continue to fall back down. We found our vital support level at this moving average right here, which is holding us up fairly well right now. But what I want to show you is kind of all the altcoins and how they're kind of falling back into the same pattern as we've seen in the past. So not only do we have XRP fall, Ethereum fell as well, broke below its, we had an ascending fractal right here. It's currently correcting back down, and it's kind of being supported right now by its support level at 1433. There is, some prior trends in the past that we could use for reference. You can see kind of where the top resistance is, or where the top support is currently for the coin, and it's acted as resistances in the past. But we're kind of using that as a means of support. The prior high back a couple of months ago, which was closer to, or maybe this was a couple of years ago. This was back in 2018, back at that $1,400 level. We're currently using that as a support level to kind of hold ourselves back up and maybe, start to swing to the upside. But we do have to obviously look at all the cryptocurrencies before we make that analysis. Now, Bitcoin as well did see its little tumble, and it is getting, kind of supported at the $45,000 support level. We did bounce off that yesterday and immediately swung back up, almost going up about $4,000 in just a couple of hours, which is pretty phenomenal. Litecoin as well has had its reversal. It's actually one of the only coins that's kind of just been consolidating now, which is fairly interesting. We'll talk about that in a second. And then we have the S&P 500, which actually had its dip. Now, a lot of you guys might be considering, oh, this is definitely not a good sign. The coin is breaking below its ascending fractal. Yes, yes, yes. It is definitely not something we enjoy seeing, but we have to consider that these ascending channel is still in play. We still do have these, higher low movements set every single time, where the prior low is still up more than the past one. I mean, even here, we're starting to see it. So yes, we can consider it how you want. I mean, this is on the daily. If we jump to maybe like the weekly, if it loads for us, we would get a better understanding. Of course, it doesn't want to load. That's great. But we would get a better understanding that these higher lows are still in play, and it's still allowing the coin to continue to head up higher. I'm just going to quickly refresh this. If it loads, it loads. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Here we go. Great. Perfect. So you can see on the weekly, what I'm referring to is the higher lows are still in play. We haven't yet broken prior lows, and we are still continuing to head up. So this might be what I would consider the bottom for the S&P 500, and we may start to allow us to swing up. But to focus in right now on the S&P, or on XRP specifically, we have XRP pulled up on Bityard. I did link Bityard in the description if you guys want to leverage trade on here, as well as buy long, sell short, create stop losses, things of that nature. But you can see we do have this bottom support right here. We are being held very, very, very nicely on the 40-day moving average. This is on XRP on its daily, and we're not doing too bad. Honestly, we can use this as a support, which we discussed, and inevitably it could allow us to swing back up, retest support levels kind of closer to the 20-day moving average, which is 52 to 53 cents right here, which is about right at this level, this resistance that we broke below and started to fall down to the moving average. So not only do we have the moving averages on the daily to support us, but on Bityard, we do have the 40-day moving average, which is also supporting the coin. And I would be very shocked if we actually managed to break below here. I mean, we actually fell quite a bit, and to continue to head lower without some sort of bounce in our ripple effect would be quite shocking. So I do believe in the next couple of days we should be able to pretty much gauge a swing to the upside. I do think the bottom is in short term. Yes, we could continue to set the higher low pattern, or sorry, the lower highs. What I mean by that is now these levels are swinging itself down. You can see like this. This is a pattern we could continue to see. Maybe something along the lines of this. It is an option that we do have to consider, but regardless, we can still play off these swings that we're having and capitalize off these runs. So even then, we could easily see a swing this next one back up here, or maybe a little bit lower, maybe a swing like this, and then start to head back down. But regardless, we did hit this higher low, or sorry, the moving average right here, and it is kind of referencing the bottom for the coin as things are starting to kind of die off right now and start to kind of fizzle out. You can see, let me just give a quick refresh, pull this to 4-hour up on XRP. You can kind of see the slow consolidation we're starting to have. Prices kind of bottomed off, becoming oversold on the 4-hour, and we are starting to have, which looks very nice, a bullish cross on the MACD, which is signaling volume and strength is coming back into the charts, and there's a good chance we could start to swing back up, retest 51 cents, maybe come back to 53 cents, which I think is the key level in this coin. So I'm really not too worried about XRP right now. A lot of the volume has left the market. I'd say we're sidelined for now, but I do believe that the markets are going to swing back up, retest maybe 50 to 53 cents, and then we'll kind of have to reevaluate where we're going to. But I do believe how easily it lines up right here at 53 to 52 cents on the Bityard chart for XRP to USDT, and I do believe this would be considered the bottom, and then we should see that key reversal back to that level quickly. So I'm really not too worried as to the way these markets are trending out. And it's not just XRP that I'm fairly confident the next couple of days we'll see kind of swing back slowly to the 53 cent resistance and target level that we currently have, because this is a clear reference of a bottom. Yes, we do have these lower highs starting to form. Not necessarily a good thing, but we are definitely starting to use this as a bottom support, and this is referencing what could be a quick reversal back to the upside. But we're seeing that same pattern form on pretty much all the cryptos. Ethereum starting to have that bottom support, kind of holding a key vital area in the coin, which could reference another swing to the upside. There's not as much technical analysis to do on Ethereum, as the charts aren't necessarily the best looking right now in regards to my perspective. There still is that chance we could head lower to the daily moving average, but I'm just kind of steering clear of Ethereum for right now, even though the markets are showing clear signs of just extreme undervaluation, and it does look like the coins want to swing back to the upside. It's just a waiting game at this point. You can see right now we are bouncing off bottom support. It would make more sense if we see the coin swing back up, probably retest $1,700, but the coin is starting to become slightly undervalued in regards to the immediate reversal that we did have. We're even seeing, let's see, what could be a fight right now on the MACD. We're starting to see the bullish cross form on the MACD of the 4-hour. So it looks like volume is starting to come back into this market, and it looks like it wants to start to head back up. So I am spending quite a bit of time focusing on this. Bitcoin is another one of those altcoins. It was unfortunate that we broke below this uptrend here. I was really riding that we would continue to play out inside this uptrend here. We held on for a fairly good amount of time. I'd say 3 days we fought this level right here, and unfortunately we broke below here. So there's really no need to be using this uptrend anymore. We have to kind of reestablish the way we could be seeing these patterns. Now what we're starting to notice is more of this bearish trend right here. We could start to draw some sort of, trap downwards like this. I know it's not necessarily something we have to or something that we want, but we have to consider this is now a downtrend that we have to look out for as the markets are starting to consolidate. I mean, we look okay. Once again, we're starting to see a bullish flip on the MACD on the 4-hour, and a lot of these altcoins only on the 4-hour, which is short term. So the coins are starting to get volume and they're starting to reverse back up, but there is a clear resistance. We are now setting lower highs on Bitcoin as well. So the only time I can flip fully bullish on the market right now is if we break the prior high. You can see the first high was 58, then it became 51, now it's currently 48. So until we breach, I would say $51,000 on Bitcoin, would I flip bullish again? Honestly though, we're going to have to start to experience and start to anticipate lower movements right now. So Bitcoin on the 4-hour looks like it's going to head down. Let's pull up Ethereum right now. We have to consider the same, viable option. This is also a downtrend on the coin. So until we start to breach this, we're going to continue to, head lower. Lower high was right here, 2000, then it became 1968, 1700, 1650, 1500, and it's just continuing to head down. But until we breach this and move up higher and break through this is the only time we're going to flip slightly bullish, which looks possible. This is going to take a couple of hours for the coin to flip. This is about, I would say, 1 o'clock today, where we'll see if we can breach through this apex here. It might happen in the next couple of hours, and until we can break through here and set a trend above its prior high, can I only be slightly more bullish on the market. We have to just be a fairly bearish and play the sideline for right now until we get some sort of confirmation of a break above a prior high, where we can then ultimately flip bullish. Same thing will probably apply itself to the 4-hour on XRP. This one's a little bit harder to graph, definitely, for sure, especially because of the way we've had these blips in the past. So I'm just kind of going to mitigate this. It's definitely a harder thing to trend, and I'm just going to spend more time focusing on the daily right now. We do look to be one of the most undervalued coins right now in the ones that we just viewed. So there's a good chance this is the bottom for XRP, and this could start to swing back up, as the other coins do need some more support. And the price, as long as they can hold this, this support level fairly firm, we should be able to break through here, swing back up to the 4-hour, 1700 in target for Ethereum. Bitcoin, pretty much retesting this right now. It's just a clear sign as, are we going to be breaking through here, or are we going to fumble back down lower, retest 44,000. So I would stay away from, I would say, Litecoin for right now, as Litecoin could swing back up, but I would stay away from there. The easiest coins that look to be viewed is Ethereum on the 4-hour and XRP right now. XRP on the daily looks really nice for a reversal. Ethereum looks ready and primed for a recovery. If it can close above this resistance, we could start to see a pattern like this where we start to breach above this yellow downtrend right here. Then I can only imagine a swing back up to 1700. So experience maybe a $300 jump in Ethereum's price. Otherwise, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video, guys. If you are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up as this does help support the YouTube algorithm, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.